Hi, welcome to Strawny Sound Studio. This is just a quick update for a friend, Danny, on a PC that I'm putting together for her. She wanted a machine to do some gaming and video editing on, so we wanted to build her a decent machine with a bit of power. This is the first of my builds that I'm putting up online. I'm going to be putting up another build of my own PC, which will be a full custom dual water loop system. Lots of custom stuff in it involving 3D printing, lighting, all sorts of stuff. So if you are interested in a very elaborate build, tune in again, check my site, check my YouTube channel, and you will see some up and coming stuff on that. But this one I'm getting out of the way for Danny because she wants the system all set up. So I'll go through for anybody that's just tuned in randomly what I'm running, and then I'm going to put this thing together. So I'm running a View 37 ARGB case, which has got a nice Perspex cover that goes from the top around to the side, so we can see inside it, see all the bling. We've got a little bit of lighting going on in it and all that sort of stuff, so it should look cool as well. We're running a 3070 Ti Gigabyte GeForce graphics card. That should be great for the video editing and gaming. It should be more than ample for that. I've got an X570S Max Wi-Fi Tomahawk motherboard, MSI. That will be fine. The processor that's going into it is a 5900, Ryzen 9 5900, so that's pretty gutsy CPU. Should rock it along. 850 watt power supply, RGB fan, that'll look cool. Got some RAM, 64 gig of 3600 speed Vengeance RAM, RGB Pro RAM, Corsair. Two NVMe or M2 drives, if you like. One of them's a 1 terabyte drive. That's going to be for our Windows, for our system and programs, and a 2 terabyte drive just for storage, all that. If Danny needs more room after that, she can put another drive in. They're pretty easy to plug in and not too expensive. But these being M2s, which will be on the motherboard, will be super fast, so which will be great for video editing. File transfers will be lightning speed, which is great. So I'm going to get straight in and start building this thing.
But we do have a system. And it works. 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 Choice is simple. Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. The universe grows smaller every day, and the threat of aggression by any group, anywhere, can no longer be tolerated. Now, this does not mean giving up any freedom, except the freedom to act irresponsibly. But we do have a system. And it works. And it works. And it works. And it works. giving up any freedom, except the freedom to act irresponsibly. This power cannot be revoked. The decision rests with you.
So here we are. We've got it to this stage here. Motherboard, RAM, CPU, graphics card, power supplies all in. Looking good. Everything's fitted nicely. However, I got the AIO cooler in yesterday, and I actually did wonder about this a little bit when I was fitting the graphics card. The graphics card's a lot bigger than I first anticipated. Didn't really check measurements and stuff, should have, but hey, it is what it is. So I don't think the AIO is going to fit in here where I want it. And I've took the graphics card riser bracket out of here earlier in the time-lapse build, as you saw, as well as the drive bays, trying to keep the machine looking nice and uncluttered because we've got a lot of viewing area and we want to see the bling, not messy cabling. So I will be putting the GPU riser back in here, and I've bought a riser cable, so when it unplugs from the motherboard, you plug cable in the bottom, that goes up and into the PCIe slot. That's fine, no big deal. We'll mount that there. That'll leave us plenty of room for our radiator, and hopefully everything will go well with that. I don't see any problems. There's a 120mm fan on the back here, which is the standard Thermaltake one that came with it. It's an RGB fan. I've actually got one from my other case, from my next build, which I'll mention in a minute. This one's a 140. I believe this is going to fit. It looks like I can squeeze this in. So for Danny, I'll give you a free upgrade to a 140mm fan instead of a 120. I want to increase a bit of airflow in here, make sure we've got maximum airflow across the motherboard, keep it all cool. That'll keep the machine running fast. And that's what we're aiming to do the most. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. I'm going to fit that off. And for those who've stayed tuned for information on the other build, if you're interested in a custom hardline build, the build I'm doing is going to be quite an elaborate one. There'll be 3D printing involved. There's going to be some custom lighting in it, possibly a little bit of laser cutting. I've got access to a laser cutter with some perspex and that. So yeah, this one, any files I do with the 3D printing with my printer, I will be happy to share if anybody wishes to use them. One in particular is I'm using a Thermaltake View 71 case, which is a much bigger one than this, with a lot of glass and view area. This is what this fan came out of, actually, was out of the back of that. I've replaced a few of the fans with some more elaborate ones. But one of the things I had to do was put the fan on the back because I wanted to increase space inside, because in my big build I'm going to have a lot of plumbing. I'm running 2 loops, as I said. One will be for graphics card and NVMe M2 drives. The other loop will be for the CPU, the RAM, and also the motherboard that I'm using on the new one has water-cooled VRM blocks, the voltage regulators that supply the CPU. I'm running a 5950 in the new one, so it's a little bit quicker than this, not much. A few more threads and cores and stuff. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of plumbing. There's 2 reservoirs going in, so there's going to be a lot of plumbing in this next one. It's going to be a real busy computer. It's going to look cool, but it's a challenge. It's my first hardline build, water hardline build, so yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge. I'm sure there'll be a few bits of wasted hardline pipe you know, bend them the wrong way, not straight, because I want it to look really good and parallel. I wouldn't want Jay's 2 cents to give me heaps of curry because it's off square or something, you know. So we'll try our best not to. Anyway, so that's it for this one. I'm going to finish this one off now that I've got the cooler. I'll get this done and I'll do a quick video update on this. I'll also demonstrate what I was talking about with airflow. There's a way of doing that I saw online. And I will update that shortly, just with the finish of this, showing this and up and running. And then, yeah, if you're interested in the other one, maybe subscribe, and that'll help me out too if I get enough interest in these builds. If the other one works, we'll see how we go. Then I will probably go on and build some more if there's interest in it. So stay tuned. And like I said, I'll have this one finished and we'll get stuck into the next one. The big build will probably be several videos, probably at least 2 or 3 videos to cover it all, because it's going to be a pretty extensive build. I've got other custom stuff going in, custom lighting. There's more 3D printing other than just the fan bracket I mentioned. There's going to be some pretty cool stuff in this. I'm into really making this computer have a lot of unnecessary but cool things in it, as well as being practical. So stay tuned for it. Hope you've enjoyed this so far. The update for this will be in a day or two, and the big one's coming up. So thanks very much for watching.